Hi guys, maayong adlaw. Welcome to NatzMath TV. So for today's video, my presentation is about plotting the graph of linear equations in two variables by using any 2 points. But before I proceed to the examples, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends, especially those who are incoming grade 11 students and those who are junior high school students. So this topic is for junior high school students. So let's proceed now to our examples. So how do we plot the graph of linear equations in two variables by using any 2 points? So let us proceed directly to our example. So for example, you are given this linear equation y equals 2x plus 3 and you are told to plot the graph of this equation. To plot the graph of linear equations in two variables by using any 2 points, as I have mentioned in my previous video, we only need at least 2 points in order for us to plot the graph. So if we are going to plot the graph of this equation by using any 2 points, the first thing that we need to do is to choose at least two values for our x. Any value for x. So for example, I would be choosing first value of x as -1 and the second value of x as +2. We need to solve for the value of y if our x is -1. So how do we solve for y? We will substitute this value of x to the equation. So instead of writing x here, we change that with the value of x which is -1. So that gives us, we copy the variable y, we copy equals, we copy 2, then we have here the x, our x, assigned value for x is -1, then we copy +3. Then we multiply, of course, 2 times -1 is -2, then +3. -2 plus 3 is +1. So therefore, if the value of x is -1 for this equation, our y is +1. Our ordered pair would be the x which is -1 and the y which is +1. So this ordered pair represents one point in the Cartesian plane. So we will be plotting this point in the Cartesian plane later after solving for the second value. And our chosen second value for x is +2. The same process, we need to substitute this 2 to the equation. So we will have y equals 2 times our x is 2, then +3. 2 times 2 is, of course, we have 4, plus 3 is equal to 7. So for this equation, if x is +2, our y is equal to 7. So our ordered pair would be x is 2 and y is 7. So that is 2 and 7. So these are now the 2 points we need in order for us to plot the graph of this equation. So if this is our Cartesian plane, so we have here our Cartesian plane, we will plot the first ordered pair which is -1 and 1. So how do we plot -1 and 1? Of course, we locate first our x which is -1 and our y is +1. So therefore, this is our first point. Now afterwards, we will locate the second point which is 2 and 7. So our x here is +2 and our y is +7. So we go 7 units upwards. So this is 6. Of course, this is our 7. So this is the first point and this is now the second point. Then connect these 2 points by using a ruler or any straight edge so we can have our line. So this line now represents the graph of the equation y equals 2x plus 3. Okay, let's proceed now to our second example. For example, you are told to plot the graph of this equation, x minus 3y equals 4. The same process, we choose any value for x. So for example, we will choose -3 and +2. But as I've said, you can choose any value for x. So if our x is -3, we will substitute this value to our equation so that will give us, so we have here the x, so instead of writing x, we change that with -3. Then we copy the remaining equation. So we have -3y equals 4. Then afterwards, since we are only going to solve for the value of y, we need to isolate y to the left side of the equation. So what we need to do here is we need to transfer negative 3 to the right side of the equation. So how to transfer is to use the addition property of equality. So we will add 3 here, that is negative 3 plus 3, which is 0. Then of course we will also add 3 at the right side. So what shall remain at the left side is the negative 3y, then equals 4 plus 3. Then we copy negative 3y equals 4 plus 3 is 7. And now, since we are only going to solve for the value of y, we need to divide both sides of the equation by negative 3 so that we can cancel out the coefficient of y here, which is negative 3. So the equation becomes negative 3y divided by negative 3 equals 7 over negative 3. This way, we can eliminate now, we can cancel out the negative 3. Of course, what remains is the y. Then 7 over negative 3 in mixed number is negative 2 and 1/3. I hope you know how to convert improper fraction to mixed number. We just simply divide 7 divided by 3, and that is 2. Then we have the remainder 1 over 3. Okay, so if our x is negative 3, therefore our y is negative 2 and 1/3. So our ordered pair is negative 3 and 2, negative 2 and 1/3. This is now our first point. Now for the second point, if x is positive 2, we will solve for y. So, the same process. We substitute the value of x, which is 2. We copy minus 3 equals 4. Then, since this is positive, so this time, we need to use subtraction property of equality. So, this is minus 2. Of course, we will also subtract 2 at the right side. So, 2 minus 2 is 0. So, what remains here will be negative 3y equals 4 minus 2. Then 4 minus 2 is 2. Then of course, we have negative 3y here. The same, we divide both sides of the equation by negative 3. So we can cancel out now the negative 3. So what remains is y equals negative 2/3. And since this is now a proper fraction, so we cannot change this one to mixed number. So this is now our value for y if x is equal to 2. So for the ordered pair, of course, x is 2 and our y is negative 2/3. So this is our first point, and this is now our second point. Locate these 2 points in the Cartesian plane. So how do we locate these points? Our x is negative 3. This is our x, so this is our negative 3. Then our y is negative 2 and 1/3. So since that is negative, so this is our negative 2. But since we have here the 1/3, so lapas siya gamay. Dili siya motungtong gyud diha, but lapas siya gamay. So this is our first point. Then the second point is 2 and negative 2/3. So our x is 2, then negative 2/3 meaning less than 1. So this is our negative 1, so that is slightly above negative 1. Okay, so these are now our 2 points. Connect these 2 points. So this is now the graph of the equation x minus 3y equals 4. Now let's proceed to our last example. For example, you are told to plot the graph of this equation, y equals negative 4x plus 9. We choose any values for x, so we choose positive 3 and positive 2. So what would be the value of y if our x is 3? So we substitute this value to the equation. So y equals the negative 4 times our x is 3 plus 9. Then negative 4 times 3 is of course negative 12 plus 9 is of course negative 3. So therefore, the ordered pair is 3 and negative 3. Now how about if our x is equal to positive 2? So we substitute the value, that is y equals negative 4 times 2 plus 9. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 plus 9 is of course positive 1. Then the ordered pair would be 2 and 1. Locate these 2 points in the Cartesian plane. So we will have 3 and negative 3. This is our 3 and this is our negative 3. So this is our first point. Next is we have 2 and 1. So this is our 2 and our y is 1. So this is our second point. Connect these 2 points. We now have this line for the equation y equals -4 plus 9. Okay, that's it. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you have any questions, you can write down in the comment section below, or you can send me your questions in my Facebook account, which is found in the description box. So again, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. So for the practice exercise, you try plotting the graph of these equations. So thank you and God bless.